Now, could checking off your to-do list and putting everything back in its place be adding years to your life?
A new study has revealed that organisation isn't just good for your schedule, but also for your health. So our consumer expert, Grace Forell, is here to help us all get organised.
And you can find the details of all the products you're about to see by scanning the QR code that's on your screen now, which will take you to our free This Morning app. OK, Grace, organise me.
Yeah, so...
Help me.
A recent study that was published in the Journal of Psychosomatic Research has found that being organised can actually help you live longer. And the study looked at 22,000 adults, so that's a really big sample size, and found that the people who described their personality traits as organised or active were significantly less likely to die early.
OK.
Yeah, and that's even taking into consideration factors like health and age.
Right, OK.
Now, being organised, it goes beyond just having tidy cupboards. It's not just an aesthetic thing.
Right.
Because if you think about it, being organised often goes hand in hand with having a good routine, which means that you're less likely to have, you know, bad habits like skipping medication. You might be exercising more, prepping meals so that you're not getting kind of last-minute takeaways or ready meals and that kind of thing. Now, if you are someone who is not naturally organised, you don't have to panic or think that you have to adopt some kind of super strict organising method, because there are little changes that you can make that can have a really big impact, and I'm going to show you some of them today.
Yes, let's see some of these changes.
Well, I'm going to start with life admin, because our lives are just so busy these days that it can be really hard to stay on top of everything. And my best tip with life admin is to get a good calendar and use it consistently. Ideally, a digital one that you can have on your phone, because then you can check it and amend it when you're on the go. So I use Google Calendar, and I think more is more when it comes to calendars. So I put everything in there. What my kids need in their school bags that day, what uniform they're wearing, when I have 20 minutes to exercise between meetings, absolutely everything. And also you can integrate your work and personal calendars into one view like this, which is really useful, or you can see them separately. So a good calendar is essential.
The colour coding is good,
I like the fact between the doctors and something else you had
lashes.
the gym lashes.
Yeah, you're just... Lashes.
20 minutes cardio.
Very important, lashes.
You're giving your lashes longer than your cardio.
Oh, now you're showing me up. But when it's in there, especially if you set alerts, you're less likely to skip it.
Totally agree. Diarising things like that suddenly gives it a place in your day and you stick to it.
It's harder to avoid, So another good thing is a really detailed to-do list. And again, I think a digital to-do list that you can add to or tick things off when you're on the go is really important. There are some really good apps that can help with this. So I've recently started using one called Todoist. This is how it works. So it's really intuitive. You can just sort of type whatever you're thinking and it will automatically diarise it. And you can order it in priority of what's like super urgent, what's not as urgent. You'll get alerts and reminders. And again, it just helps me keep on top of everything.
I like a Post-it note with my actual to-do list.
Post-it notes,
and I like to scratch it out
Rubbing
with a
them
pen
out is the most
afterwards.
satisfying thing.
It really is. Yeah, totally. Now, if you feel overwhelmed by life admin, you can try batch tasking. And this is where you set aside maybe an hour each week to just go through everything in one go, because some people just find that much more manageable. Now, another organisation hack that I like is to automate your admin whenever possible. So if you find that you're running out of things a lot, use subscriptions, because then you don't have to worry about shopping. And you can get so many things on subscriptions, you know, loo rolls to laundry products to healthy meals. Exactly. Then you just don't have to worry about it. And likewise, if you can pay your bills using direct debit, again, it just means you don't have to worry about it, and it's often cheaper as well. So once you've sorted things out up here, then think about your space. I've got some really good products that I'm going to show you.
What about if I am organised but also incredibly messy?
Well, here we go.
Because it's both of them.
Yeah, you can be organised up here but messy in your house.
But I'm messy.
Well, this is where storage solutions come in. I'm going to whiz through them. These are some that I really like. I'm starting with this Argos desktop organiser. It's marketed for stationery, but you could use it for cosmetics or little kitchen bits like tea or coffee, or just the bits and bobs that you find in your home that don't have an obvious place to live. Now, messy drawers, it's one of these kind of micro stresses where you're rummaging around for something, and if you can't find it, even if it's just a few seconds, if you're constantly feeling that stress every day, it can really build up. And this one's really good because it's actually extendable.
Yeah, I was just
when
looking
you
at that,
make
so
it,
you can...
yeah, you can. They kind of slots in,
So it can fit into the size of the drawer you've got.
Yeah, if you've got a really wide drawer, that will fit in as well. So it's really
break
good.
it, though.
Really easy to. No, it's really easy to use.
You don't know your own strength.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
You just don't know your own.
I like that though, because so if you've got a slightly wider drawer, you've got an extra little...
Yeah, and then it's just a new compartment. Yeah, exactly. Now, these...
Our house is full of these.
they're just
So many.
brilliant.
Yeah.
I always think for spaces that aren't on show, clear storage boxes are great because you can just see immediately what's in there. These are a perfect length for wrapping paper, and they slot nicely under the bed as well. Or books or DVDs.
Yeah.
You know,
Perfect.
pretty much
I've got
anything.
big ones with clothes in upstairs.
Now, this is great for closets. If you've got a kind of awkward space in your wardrobe, these assemble really easily, and when they're not in use, they pack down flat.
Oh,
so you can
nice,
have loads of these and you can store them away. They stack on top of each other and you can pull them out as well. So really good for wardrobe.
That just flaps up.
Yeah, they are so easy to make, and you can just stack them on
Extra
top of
layers,
each other.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, really utilise the space. Now, a good pill box is really important if you're taking medication. You want to make it as easy as possible not to forget your meds.
Yeah.
And this isn't just any pill box because it actually has a push button to open.
Oh, that's satisfying.
It is. And if you have mobility issues with your hands, it can be quite hard when you have to flick the lid up. So these buttons make it so much easier. That's from Boots.
Lovely.
Now this.
What is
What
that?
is
It
it?
looks, it's like mysterious, isn't it?
It's a bit like that
Tape measure-
vacuum that
Yes,
Lindsay
a little
showed us the
tabletop
other
vacuum
day.
cleaner.
It's actually a label maker. And making
Does Annie
labels...
have one of those?
She doesn't, but she will when she sees this.
They're so good. I mean, this connects to your phone. It's inkless. And getting into the habit of labelling things. Yeah, it uses Thermalink. So you don't have to sort of, you know,
Replace the
replenish
cartridge
it.
all the time?
None of that. It's really easy. And I think labelling things is one of those habits to get into that's just worth its weight in gold.
So you do it on an app on your phone and then it just prints off on that?
And then it prints off. You design the label on your phone and then it just prints it off.
Wow.
So now, let's talk about wardrobes. Wardrobes are one of the messiest places, really. So getting something like this, a nice wardrobe organiser, is such a good use of space. You know when you've got, like, too much hanging space and you need more areas
Folding.
for clothes or accessories? This is really good because it's 6 tiers, but if you unzip it here, you can have 2 separate three-tier organisers instead. And it's got these good nylon mesh barriers as well that stop things from falling out. Slimline hangers are amazing. If you're using like bulky wooden or plastic hangers, you can actually gain between 20 and 40% of hanging space just by switching to these slim velvet hangers. So they're really
Got them.
good.
Yeah,
Check. Yeah.
Then a kind of a storage solution like this, I think, is a bit of a cheat because when you get these boxes with it, it will take so much clutter, but it looks stylish.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can use them in any room in your house. It always looks lovely.
And there's one there, you've got a few seconds.
Over the door, yeah. So really good at making use of that space. You can use it for shoes. I've seen people using it in kids' rooms for Barbies. You can chuck anything in there. If you keep it by the front door, you can have your keys, your wipes.
Tons of ideas.
hello.
Thank you,
Danny.
Grace. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.